and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. With me, a host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Heroes like defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1 vs 1 on a famous approach here between Vindicarex fighting here for Deutschland, for the Oberkommando West, for the 4th SS Panzergrenadierdivision Polizei, going up here versus the Vulpine L, fighting for the Soviet Union, for the glory of Comrade Stalin, and the 210th Rifle Corps, charged with holding this village as the 4th SS is trying to break through and cross into the rear lines, causing chaos, havoc, and an encirclement likely of a larger Soviet front. We've got urban defense, got motor shock rifle here for Vulpine infantry bulletins versus fortifications, Luftwaffe ground forces, and breakthrough. We got the Kubelwagen now ramming here for Vindicarex. The Kubelwagen folks moving here. We got the Sturmpioniere up north. The SS, though, by the way, we're actually more fond of the Schwimmwagen than the Kubelwagen. Little fun fact there, though the Kubelwagen did say many usages: transport, reconnaissance, command, ambulances, I believe, even. The folks were moving about there with their K981Ks, the basic standard firing arm there of the Wehrmacht. And there you go, Kubelwagen out. Troops moving out here for Vulpine. Quickly, Dieter, step on it! Deutschland needs us. Are you sure about that? Just shut up and drive. Got a shooting here. Constant on fire from the full Grenadier going for the fuel here. We got the truck moving about there, the Schwerer Wehrmacht Schlepper. Rolling out there, and we've got the Ardennes pattern, by the way, on the Kubelwagen. Engineers here under fire, MD-34 roaring away, threatening to suppress them, possibly even depress them. Bit of barbed wire here to make it a bit hard to rush straight for the fuel pole, and they also make it a bit harder to maneuver overall around this point, which could be to the advantage here of Vindicarex, theoretically anyways. Additional full Grenadier here on the way for Vindicarex. Of course, you could also add in more Sturmpioniere here versus the Communists. There you go, moving ahead, and looks like it's going up in the building. Truck moving in. Of course, it's been set now, so it can actually be used sort of your damaging buildings. So even here, Vindicare's dirty driving attempt is not quite one go popping back. And there we go, we got urban defense. Could we see a forward headquarters here? Could it be? Yes, indeed, a forward headquarters. Right next to the fuel point. Extremely bold here by Vulpine. Extremely bold. Forward headquarters. Buffs the troops, makes them tougher and more deadly, and also, of course, heals them if necessary. Plus, they can reinforce. And right next to the fuel point here of Vindicarex, so of course, he's auto striking, and the other one, we've got the Kubelwagen there supported. We've got more troops arriving here. This is quickly going to turn ugly here for Vindicarex. His Sturm Pioneers left to hold off the Russians. Scheiße, where did this come from? Hurrah, comrades! Socialism conquers all. I'm not entirely sure how. Maybe it's magic. Though the Soviets were actually known for being able to actually quickly fortify a point but rapidly bring up equipment and digging in, which actually much to the frustration and consternation of Germans. And it's certainly something you'll see repeated in the memoirs of sort of more frontline units, or frontline sort of soldiers or the front line, for example. It's a little fun fact there. Kuban here moves the consequences. Looks like we've got no anti-tank grenades here, though not actually on the way here, which should actually make things safe here for the Kuban, though it is pretty risky. He's actually going in like that aggressively there. Troops moving down here. We've got more sandbags going up. We could concerning some sandbags here to sort of make it easier to defend this forward headquarters.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
But there we go. The Rifle Corps is digging in. We'll be able to bring up some lighter anti-tank guns. Kuban here getting burned. Conscripts pushing away. There we go. Kubelwagen falling back rather rapidly. Battle group headquarters up here for Vindicarex. Overall, he's losing ground, and he's not even got the other fuel point connected. So this is looking a bit rough. Point up here being secured. No doctrine yet for Vindicarex. No response to the urban defense enacted by Vulpine.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
And good lord, a second forward headquarters? 2 forward headquarters. My God. That, I mean, it's rare enough to see 1 forward headquarters urban defense being used, but 2? This is some very ballsy play there by Vulpine. I mean, this is all in around the fuel point, and probably would only do so because, I mean, they can both, to a certain extent, control them. This one's a bit harder to do, though, due to the distance here, but still pretty risky stuff there, if anything. I mean, now Vulpine really has to make it pay off. I mean, if Vulpine can't make it pay off, I mean, that's basically otherwise 600 manpower, 120 fuel expended on these two positions. Of course, the interesting question is, how is Vindicarex going to respond to this? Because he can't say, you know, burn it down. His only real option is basically, I mean, Academy effort could be used, but then he's going to have to get too close. I mean, it's rather going to come down to infantry guns. There we go. Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz on the way for Vindicarex. Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz. Definitely risky stuff there. And there you go, digging in around the fuel points. Lay down sandbags for victory against the fascists. And there you go, lots of sandbags around the fort headquarters, digging in, preparing for the glorious victory for the Soviet peoples and the motherland. Still highly rare to see that many forward barracks. Looks like here we might be seeing the assault towards the one here closest to Vindicarex's base. Looks like he might be worried about here. Again, further defences, sandbags, mines. Vulpine taking advantage of this to sort of basically dig in. Could consider maybe some catches while everything else is going on. And there we go, Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz, part of any infantry or Panzergrenadier battalion's artillery segment. Alongside, there'd usually be about 4 of these and about 2 of the heavier ones in each battalion, sort of heavy weapons company. That's the 15 centimeter schwere Infanteriegeschütz. Though for the more armoured Panzergrenadier battalions, that is in the Panzer Division, there'd usually be the self-propelled variants. Sort of a bit more like a short-range Hummel for those who played Company as one. Anyways, there you go, bombarding the fort headquarters, hoping to knock it down, though it's going to take some time by the looks of it. We're actually getting a light anti-tank and called in here by Vulpine, probably sort of ward off any lighter vehicle, probably help deal with that Kubelwagen. Definitely a bit risky there. The assault continues here. Infantry gun fires away. Going in for harassment there, Vulpine keeping up pressure, though there's still a bit of territory secured. Obviously at the same time you can't of course control all, and certainly a third forward barracks might be a bit much there overall for Vulpine, so still holding on to both fuel points, getting a lot of fuel there compared to the Wehrmacht opponent. Pressure keeping up there, got a few troops suppressed, folks leading up here, trying to keep them away from the building. They're going maybe a bit too close at the same time as the 42 5mm anti-tank gun moves up. At the same time, a small assault here. We got grenades going in, engineers forced out, but then quickly get back in. Anti-tank moves up here near to the forward bags to get all the bonuses there. Folks, the cover might soon be blown to bits. Not sure why I got into the building there. Rather small place there, which actually allows the grenade to be more effective. Certainly getting a few extra kills there for the Volksgrenadier. Cover ruined. Infantry gun continues to blast away. More Volksgrenadiers on the way for Vindicarex. No, say he attempted to doctor maybe a Sturmoffizier or I know Luftwaffe ground force or something else, an MD-34. I mean, considering the sheer proximity here around things, I mean, an MD-34 might do a bit of good there in helping suppressing. It certainly would not be an easy target for the 45mm anti-tank gun. Kubelwagen, though, rapidly falling away to be repaired. Point there being secured. Being engaged up here, taking nasty light losses. Overall, Vindicarex is rapidly losing all of his territory here. He sort of fought hard to gain. It looks like he's basically trying to now use the anti-tank gun to knock out the infantry gun. By the way, he got the fort headquarters so far down to half health. At the same time, more pressure in the center. Looks like that's using the south. Maybe taking advantage of that right now. Vulpine has poured all the resources towards it because that's where Vindicarex is pressuring, but leaving the south then very open. Very open. Sadly, of course, you can't actually take the forward headquarters and make it your own. Otherwise, this could easily have been a very bad move. But even then, he does risk a lot of territory there being grabbed back by Vindicarex. But there we go. We might see. Yeah, got anti-tank on the anti-tank gun. Kubelwagen there, going to take. Might be able to finish it off. Scheiße. Nine. There you go, Kubelwagen out of control. And a loss there for Deutschland. And there we go, we actually got a second light infantry gun on the way there. That is actually quite rare as well in any 1 versus 1 to see an Oberkommando S player go for not 1, but 2 light infantry guns. So this is definitely not your usual kind of battle at all. I mean, this is definitely not meta, for those who are deeply concerned about that. But it's definitely not a bad response here from Vindicarex. Of course, at the same time, I mean, Vulpine still got a bit of resource advantage, though so far has not really managed sort of really extended into something more serious. Got more grenade upgrades going up here. Could, I think, instead have rushed for armor, which might have worked out better there versus Vindicarex. But there you go. Mine went off somewhere. There we go. Leaving a unit heavily battered up against south. Very open. Very vulnerable. And there you go. Fort headquarters about to go down. Infantry guns blasting away. More infantry moving up. Student pioneers. There we go. Grenade off on the conscripts, pulling back into the fort headquarters, but it's about to collapse. Even the will of Stalin can't keep it up forever under the battering of German night artillery. Also, more sandbags around here might also have been beneficial. But there you go, and there you go. Looks like it's about to fall down. There we go. It tumbles apart like socialism. Should do, anyways. Fultz is moving up here, avoiding the mine rather precariously. At the same time, looks like the Fultz is actually able to grab a flamethrower here from Vulpine, increasing their firepower, literally. At the same time, they're quickly getting focused on by the conscripts. They will actually have to retreat unless they fancy a horrible death. Also, booby traps are an option for Vulpine at the moment. Should be considered at least to sort of further slow down the advance of Vindicarex here. Still 2 artillery pieces shooting away, though. So far, because they've been so focused on the forward headquarters, they haven't really been actually able to sort of blast apart any infantry. No response towards the south, that even is being lost, and the forward headquarters is finding itself a bit surrounded. And the medics are a bit wondering what the hell's going on here. There we go, looks like Vulpine's rushing down there to sort of try and get there in time. No doctrine still, though, from Vindicarex. Now we got an assault there for the fuel point. Fultz is quickly lobbing a steel hand granate, leaving Piotr rather torn apart. At the same time, Tango Battalion going here for Vulpine. Conscripts moving up to deal there with the Fultz Grenadier, of course, being reinforced all the time here. Burning away those dirty Fultz Grenadier. There we go. Both infantry guns moving up to demolish the next target. Looks like it could be the next fort headquarters they're going to be suffering. There we go. The building is getting progressively not well looking. And there we go, joining in with a flamethrower, hoping to torch the place. You know, Fritz, yeah, I've always wanted to burn a house down. That sounds a bit disturbing, but I'm glad to have you on my side this time around. This building, though, seems a lot less formidable here as the Infanteriegeschütz hammers it apart. Like a house of cards. Looks like, oh dear, Vulpine wasn't quite paying attention much here. Conscripts got their wipe down, turning veteran one would certainly be a hard loss there for Vulpine at this point of the fight. Got a Ken officer in the way, clearly worried about enemy armor, though so far there's been nothing there. Interguns here being engaged by conscripts moving up. Building almost ready to collapse. And there goes Student Pioneer counter-attacking. Sending those Russians running. Like the sick dogs they are. Incendiary barrage to cover any approach towards the forward barracks, though doesn't really help versus the artillery. If one has to be fair. T-70, they're almost there, and certainly at the moment, Vindicarex will be rather vulnerable. He's only got like Kedden for to sort of really deal with it, though we got some mounts going down here from the Sturm Pioneer. But there we go. Second forward headquarters finally went down, shattering the third forward defences, so costly prepared. And now the infantry is really going to suffer the wrath here of the SS Leites Infanteriegeschütz. Or whatever. If you can just hit anything. And there you go, T-70 rushing in. 45mm gun in there, opening up against the Volksgrenadiere. There we go, taking several hits. They're down to half health already. Oh no, he's hunting in! Vulpine, oh, and straight into the mine. Vulpine's greed in this case clearly underestimated his foe and his tenacity towards mining. Quickly suffering some casualties there. Rather ruining whatever sort of small attack advantage Vulpine could have built up. Rather than you charging into the thick of it, should have tried to sort of deal with the flanks and collapsing those instead. Treated it like, well, you know, more of a heavy tank, which rather cost a lot. And now it looks like the response is up here from Vindicarex immediately taking no chance. It seems feeling must apparently rather desperate, getting a Yak Panzer IV-70. Infantry guns firing away. And there we go. Yak Panzer bereit. Meanwhile, the can never run off. Punches there, running a bit of a hazardous game, but then again, it's light infantry guns blasting away at them. Sturmpionier here versus the engineers. Quick Molotov here as we got a broad front and runs here from Vindicare. And up north, the Sturmpionier got the engineers, in fact, getting very close eventually to the there. Keeping up the advance, Conscripts falling back hurriedly. Another T-70 there rapidly from Vulpine. Yak Panzer not really having much to do. There you go, eventually 3 Sturmpioniers forced away here by the Conscripts, though the Conscripts themselves are in a pretty not good condition. Looks like Vindicare's been laying down several mines throughout this battlefield, which is good. And there you go, filtering to raid this northern battlefield of those dirty Conscripts. Burning them away. South being secure as well. Not looking good here for Vulpine's infantry. Not looking good. Might want to consider getting, I don't know, a mortar or something, a support weapon of some kind. T-70 moving northwards with a 45mm gun. Yak Panzer driving around a bit drunkenly, it seems, here in the middle of the map. And there you go, Conscript assault straight to the line of 5 Volkswagen Sporting, filling here Veterans 241. T-70 engaging up, looks like might be getting wiped there. Could at least get wiped. There you go, almost got them, almost. But no, they successfully avoid the tiny tank terror of doom. But there you go, 45mm gun flanking the Yak Panzer 70. Yak Panzer 470, and there you go. T-70 could actually flank it. Needs to quickly get behind it. Drive strike a bit too quickly in towards the flanking. Misjudging the situation, allowing the Yak Panzer 4 to get behind, actually cover the reinforcement. It can't be flanked here. Had it been flanked, that Yak Panzer 4 could have been doomed. That could have been game over right there for Vindicarex's Yak Panzer 470. But in this case, though, a quick match front there by Vulpine resulted in his survival. That was damn close there. And all there, the Yak Panzer 4 is being engaged by simply a small anti-tank gun, and the T-70 went down to maybe 1/4 health, 1/3. So not exactly all clear there for Vindicarex either, but still pretty close. Time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation, Vindicarex is making good progress despite the harsh start. Sadly, Vulpine so far has not really been able to sort of solidly capitalise on it. Vindicarex on the other hand was able to punish it reasonably well. Vulpine made also a few other sort of missteps. In particular, that first T-70 was greatly wasted. Another mistake here rather has cost a lot of resources for Vulpine then, alongside both forward barracks now being pretty much non-existent. I mean, they are ruins. So there's a few options here left for Vulpine at the moment. Some support weapons, there we go. We are seeing mortars now on the way to sort of help deal with things. That's good. Maybe a Maxim as well. But otherwise try and aim for something a bit more heavier, like say a T-34-76, and sort of try to deal with the enemy infantry that way. Another T-70 then might be enemy again. Try to sort of strike with the flanks, sort of catch single units off guard. Maybe see if you can't lure, or Vulpine can't lure in the Jagdpanzer for some quick dirty engagement that's going to result in his defeat. For Vindicarex, things are looking reasonably strong. They're not only a mechanized regiment and a battle group headquarters. One option could, for example, be sort of further focus on the infantry and get a flak half drag out. Puma could also work sort of support here of the Jagdpanzer. Otherwise, I mean, there's not really a particular option. Of course, taking up for the Schwerer Panzer at quarters, going for some orbital design could, of course, also that way quickly clear up things, or maybe a Lux instead. Having, of course, the light tanks. Then, of course, we now got fortification as a doctrine. Another option could, for example, be laying down some trenches and maybe, I don't know, a flak emplacement. Well, bunkers actually got plenty of munitions, for example, for S-minefields, and a bunker here and there could also lot for sort of help Vindicarex holding up territory. Of course, taking up, I don't know, maybe eventually aiming for the King Tiger could be the bolder move, but currently this, considering the situation, of course, could work, though, of course, and might draw up the fight a bit. But let's return to this fight here and see how Vulpine reacts to this and sort of try to turn the tables once more back in the favour of the Soviet Union. Stuart Pioneers caught there while trying to salvage the light anti-tank gun, barely in one piece. There you go, Molotovs, they rather more conscripts quickly send all these hardened Pioneers running. Conscripts firing as well. There we got the one infantry gun was actually cleared up, but there we go, recruit. Straight into the Volksgrenadiers there with the flamethrower. There we go. Molotov that quickly lights up almost half the unit. And there you go. We got a unit wiped there by one of the infantry guns. Good strike there for Deutschland. And the heavy loss there for Vulpine. It's not really got a lot of units left at the moment. And the loss of a conscript squad now is going to hurt quite a bit. Repair engineers that took a hit there from the mortar. So a small victory there for Vulpine, though ultimately is only going to delay the repairs of the Jagdpanzer 470. Quickly moving up to secure some points here and there. Losing the north for a brief while here, it would seem. A few nasty shots going off. And we got puncher strikes going up now. Vindicarex clearly worried about enemy armor. Seems to be sort of further shoring things up in that department. Mines going up here for Vindicarex. Anti-tank gun not recruit but abandoned. Instead getting a field gun to help deal with the fascist armor. Infantry guns getting to move closer here to the enemy's lines. Ready to pound those communists into paste. And firing straight there into the base. Quickly getting a few kills on the conscripts. Maybe a medic as well. Loses their life. Assault continues here from Vulpine towards the centre. Less action on the south flank. Just now relying on brute force. The problem is a bit not lacking force. Actually getting a second mortar here. Seemingly relying a lot now on light artillery sort of to try and deal with his opponent's light artillery. Interesting. Interesting. Of course, I have to see how that works out. Base defensive, capturing some poor soul on the run. In a very unpleasant encounter. Very unpleasant indeed. More troops moving up though. Point secure. Maintain your position. Moving up there, overall Vindicarex has got a very strong grasp of the situation. We got Vulpine really trying to break out, but not really having much success. Every assault now really being thrown back. A strong start, but again, not quite fully utilised. Turning out to have some problems there, and he's rather backfiring on Vulpine as resource running out. And again, basically those tanks, in particular the first one, was basically a waste of resources. I mean, the second one had, you know, been able to successfully flank the Yak Panzer could have really turned things around there for Vulpine successfully, maybe solidified a hold there. But instead, there was also rather quickly, you know, knocked out before we was able to do some serious harm to Vindicarex's forces. That's the Umpires being overmanned, and we're actually getting close to veterans team, 4 on them. Definitely not bad anymore. The infantry guns just continue to hammer away. Further losses there being inflicted. The Panzer IV crews basically enjoying their coffee with a bit of a bread or something like that inside the Panzer IV, doing absolutely nothing for the war effort, since it's able to basically do nothing for it anyways. More countries on the way for Vulpine. One more tactic game veterans won. Definitely a small victory there. Closing in the victory 2, which would definitely be able to help Vulpine here versus Vindicarex, even as his light empty gun is getting very close to victory 2 as well. Though overall that does a lot less to sort of make it better. Country holding up the larger house, but it's getting absolutely pummeled here by German artillery and infantry. And it's not going to hold up for long. Also got a Schwer Panzer quarters coming the south here now. Basically denying a lot of territory there to Vulpine. Inching forward here with the 2 mortars. There we go. Veteran default for the Student Pioneer, increasing their lethality. Leaving only Veteran 5 left. There we go, got the enemy mortars being pummeled there, and there we go, 10 kills, Veteran 2 there on the lightest infantry Geschütz. There you go, return fire here from the mortars on them. So, not really getting up kills. There we go, other mortar heavily damaged. No quick replacing loss. At the same time, the field gun is caught in a very bad position. Caught off from the rest, can't easily be supported here. Might be Vulpine pushed a bit too far ahead, and there you go, the Falcons might be able to clear it out. Even salvage, I suppose, or even just grab it. Oh, well, there you go, veteran fire on the flank there for Pioneer. Artillery continues to rain down in the German base. Vulpine is slowly being throttled here at the moment by Vindicarex. No further armor, it seems. Got plenty of fuel though. Really should consider something to maybe try and break the status quo, which is currently not in the favour of Vulpine. Anything Vulpine can do to sort of throw off Vindicarex should be attempted at this point, I think. Mortars though doing what they can here. Bit limited at the moment, mostly removing cover. Academy for their stolen from the Germans cleared out. Looks like the 45mm gun here was basically stolen away by Vindicarex in return. You know, I don't really think we got a good deal on that one. Country's falling a bit back here. Almost got that unit right, but looks like Vindicarex realizes in time and pulls back. Veterans one on the other one, so there we go, 6 and 11, 7 and 10. More barrage into the Soviet base. Needs to be careful about climbing up the mortar crews that closely. I mean, one wrong hit and that could be quick, heavy losses there amongst the Soviet artillery crews. There you go, Yak Panther striking at the base, beginning to clear out the base structures. Nothing there to really stop it. Mortar rounds falling down, but they're not touching it. There you go. Realise we need to shift there before the light infantry guns crush them. Student Pioneering when they can here. Could try and get a stun grenade off here on the conscripts to sort of make them a bit easier to deal with. Mortars inching ever further closer. We got the infantry guns there firing from a nearby ditch now. While the Panzer IV continues to blast away there. The tank command intent on denying any armor there for the Vulpine. Not a bad. We got damage engine, Raketen effort, ready as well, firing away there on the Panzer IV, down to less than half health. Looks like one of the infantry guns, and the Veteran 2 that is, was knocked out. Looks like, guessing some heavy barraging going in there from Vulpine to silence it. And the Panzer IV, they're rolling back. Raketen effort trying to hunt it down. And now there's absolutely no chance of getting any armor up for Vulpine. further rush ahead. They're trying to get that bloody up panzer. Loads of anti-tank grenades. There we go. Almost got it. Almost got it. A sliver of health. Can Raketenwerfer get it? Infantry gun Sturmpanier is moving in to intercept. Cover the retreat here. Country taking losses. Jagdpanzer firing ineffectually. Even the 45mm gun there might be joining in a bit. Closing in eventually fire there for the Sturmpionierer. Quickly sorting out like Raketenwerfer could threaten to knock out the Jagdpanzer. And there we go. Veteran 5. We are the best of the best in this sector anyways. And they're going to tank grenade. Failed to penetrate. Saved there rather barely. And the country there then becoming targeted for these now elite Sturmpionierer. Later Kreuzträger. Veteran 2, Veteran 3 here on this Soviet monsters. They're getting off some kills there. But ultimately might not be enough victory points. Are not looking, well, too bad, but not too good either. Units having to bleed out here for Vindicarex, but overall the situation is rather against him. And looks like Vindicarex is basically aiming for the biggest jackboot he can get. And basically that way crush Vulpine rather decisively, having denied a lot of armor and overall, territory to him. There we go, we might see it any time now. Königsjäger, Achtung! And there we go, it's arriving. Trading for munitions now, interesting there by Vindicarex. I wonder what he's planning with that. Also looks like he's able to grab back Raketenwerfer there from the hands of Vulpine. Alright, just Washington, good German beer and that communism will come right off. Are you sure about that? I don't know, I just like using German beer and everything.
Enemy down to 100 points. Prepare to execute.
King Tiger sometime off there. Country's in a bit of trouble. Yeah, Panzer rolling ahead. Aggressively. Looks like something got crushed there by the artillery. Not 21 kills, that's pretty rare. Still getting there, I suppose, getting there. Mortars falling back here under fire. Not a lot left to sort of really shield them and support them. And of course, as soon as the King Tiger arrives, that's a game over. Tovarish.
Field reports indicates the enemy is left with only 75 points. Taking mortar fire! Infantry attacking and ready.
Nice hit there. Mortar crews taking heavy damage here from the lightest infantry as Jagdpanzer advancing. Still not getting, and there we go. We actually got Searing artillery called in. Searing artillery, light artillery. King Tiger move in. There we go. It's zeroing in on the Soviets. Veteran 5 Sturmpionierer with 43 kills. That's rare to see, overall 99 there. And there we go, the country is just getting shattered. Like barks beneath a sledgehammer. Well, insects beneath the sledgehammer anyways. King Tiger arriving here, basically nothing lives for Vulpine as it gets shattered. Only mortars and a single conscript unit far away, hiding in a corner, crying, survives. And there we go. Game over. A loss for the Soviet Union. A pretty interesting opening there for Vulpine. But there were problems. Basically, again, it came down to the T-70s. Came down to basically following up on this because it's a very resource-intensive sort of opening, which rather depends, really needed to sort of be able to do something serious with it. Problem was Vulpine faltered, stumbled. Again, had that T-70 in fact succeeded on the Jagdpanzer, again, that could have also turned things around. But again, didn't quite there, and ultimately that resulted in basically an overheated economy and not really able to sort of, come back into the game, which allowed Vindicarex, despite having overall the fuel problems, sort of to get back and slowly pummel down things. Being good use of infantry there, and of course stolen weapons, and the light infantry guns actually turning up to having a bit of a purpose in this fight. So overall, pretty interesting stuff, definitely not your usual kind of play. So hopefully you enjoyed this match, hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. If this is a Build Engine, cheers, and thank you all for watching, and see you all tomorrow. Bye!